first post, it's an election post. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh man, the next one. And the next one.
It's infinite salt mine glitch.
And the next one after that.
Well,
And the next one after that. And the next one after that. Oh. Anyone else joining the it's so delicious, the salt. I already have high cholesterol. I can't handle this.
Keep going.
Baby.
This entire stuff is full.
Nothing says democracy like a guy telling me, I will unapologetically be a girl's girl indefinitely.
Unironically, this is an infinite content glitch for you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This is overwhelming. I feel like an autistic person when there's too much noise. This one seems to be unrelated. We saw our first. How many posts down was that? How many? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 posts down. We find the first apparently non-election related. It's still terrible, but it doesn't clearly seem to be that this had anything to do with politics. This one doesn't either. There we go. I will no longer be having children, and I've made all my relatives aware today. Dude, where do we even begin? Begin at the beginning, begin at the top? I know. It's a goal. Where do we even start? I want to cover 4B movement here, of course. Huh?
You have all these women talking about like doing IVF and how like they're scared for their abortion rights. Like, wait, if you're doing IVF, why would you be concerned about an abortion anyway?
I legit think that a really large percentage of women are having some kind of psychological crisis. I want to cover that one.
I already know what's going to say. It's going to be like, so many women went out to vote for Trump. I think something's wrong with them. They can't be like this. How can they hate themselves and us so much?
Yeah, I saw Stockholm syndrome thrown in there. It's definitely what that is. Let's just start at the beginning then.
With this, yeah.
It's all in Reddit spacing too. It looks so normal, and then it just goes to this terrible Reddit spacing. Quote, she just wasn't a good candidate. End quote. I don't understand this line of thinking. I really don't. Not when the other candidate spent 40 minutes in a rally just awkwardly swaying to music. I don't even know that this happened. Like,
he's referring to his dancing.
His dancing, even though we literally meme that. It's memeable. It's hilarious.
Oh my god, he danced.
Yeah.
How evil.
It truly proves he is the blackest candidate yet.
Never saw Obama dance.
Like these women keep going on about how he's sexist and whatnot, but the truth is they're just being racist.
Yeah.
They hate the real original gangster man. The real ones.
He was probably more loved by the black community than Obama before Obama became president. I will say that.
Like people didn't know who the fuck Obama was before Obama became president.
Yeah, literally, he was just some schmuck. Not when the other candidate only had concepts of a plan. Concept of a plan. Not even a plan. Concept of a plan.
But then
so they were moaning and whining about Project 2025 all day. Now he doesn't even have a concept. So what is it?
All right. Is he? I thought he was just gonna ban it. What was that? What was that? Was that healthcare specifically, or was that abortion?
For them, it's healthcare, but I don't even think that's a real abortion ban.
No. Because this is. He said concepts of a plan about a specific issue. So, and I was like, oh, this was during the debate. He's like, oh, that was kind of bad, huh?
He was just like, I want to give it to the states to decide. It wasn't even a ban.
No, yeah, that's what he said about abortion. But I think concepts of a plan might have been in response to healthcare in particular. I don't know. It's still they made a huge deal out of this. Harris, even during that debate, still couldn't answer like what is she really gonna do differently. I think that's infinitely worse than having concepts of a plan. Especially when she just like naturally talks in circles. I'm gonna use concepts of a plan in my own personal life. It's the perfect filibuster. I'm thinking about plans. I have concepts of a plan.
Concept of a plan.
Not when the other candidate made lying part of his personality. Is Kamala Harris even black? Like, really?
Yes, she's the blackest president we're ever gonna get.
No, actually, no, I'm gonna be controversial here. I think she's the whitest president yet.
I will
The
say
whitest candidate.
She's the most Asian president we'll ever get.
I mean,
I
guess
will. Whoa,
Mats
hold
are
on. We
gonna
have
call her
Vivek
white.
coming down the pike.
Mm,
Boy, I love me some
yeah.
Vivek. But really, like
But no, Kamala is the whitest candidate yet. Maybe whiter than even Hillary.
when Hillary was when there are all those recordings of Hillary when she's like, I ain't no ways tired. I'm like, just hearing Kamala speak, I'm like, damn, Hillary was so real for that. She could have pulled that off. Like I would believe she's just like a white person from the South. My first thought was like, well, that's ridiculous, and she's obviously trying to pander to black people. But like, wasn't Bill from Arkansas? This kind of makes sense, right? Like it seems somehow more authentic than Kamala. Um, so yeah, she is somehow whiter than Hillary Clinton. Um, when no other candidate has made multiple jokes about murdering others. I don't even think that happened either. Um, Not when the other candidate is a convicted felon. Bogus
My
charges.
felon, my felon,
My felon.
my felon, my felon.
That's he was pedophile. What is this? What?
Oh well, it's he must have made some sort of comment about Ivanka or something, I think, and then they've spun it into this. Not when the other candidate is an admitted incestuous pedophile. It's ridiculous. Not when the other candidate provoked an attempted coup. Not what happened.
My
Um,
insurrection.
the standards women have to put up with are insane. A woman can go above and beyond, be the most put together and intelligent person in a room, and still she will gain less respect than
Yeah,
a
you're
male
right. It doesn't
criminal.
matter if she's unlikable,
Yeah,
and that's the thing, right? Kamala is extremely fucking unlikable.
profoundly, profoundly
She's
unlikable.
she is so unbelievably smug, right? Her entire campaign was a pain in the ass.
It doesn't matter how smart and qualified you are if people don't fucking like you.
And to be fair, she was neither. She wasn't qualified. She definitely isn't smart. Jesus Christ, she's unlikable.
Her whole behavior this whole election, she was clearly not ready for it. Like she was under immense amount of stress, not simply because she wasn't she's not she's unlikable, but because she like literally what wouldn't be prepared for the office of the presidency. Um,
You think
that's my
some guy?
opinion.
You think some guy is gonna set himself aflame to prove a point?
Another self-immolation.
Yeah,
Isn't this like the third one,
that's
third or
another.
fourth perhaps? On to the next seethe. Okay.
Oh, okay, no.
They write novels. Look at this. I might have to
That's a lot
cover
of
this in another
words.
video.
Too bad I'm not reading them.
Exactly.
No,
It's
no.
two X
Look at the
chromosomes.
second paragraph. Look at the second paragraph. That's funny. By the way, I live in Europe, in a
Country.
European country.
Where you can abort up to 12 weeks and don't really face any problems regarding that besides maybe the high price for the abortion. Um, yeah. Imagine talking to a girl for 1 month and not even getting a kiss.
Oh, basically, the boyfriend said, "I wouldn't love you anymore if you killed our child," and she's salty about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh, disgusting. How conservatives act like sometimes when they respond to like red pill people or like sort of red pill adjacent conservatives criticizing women, they'll be like, "Oh, you're going too hard on women. Why are you attacking women so much?" It's because of stuff like this. Like there are unbelievable how many women think this way. Um, Even apparently conservative women, leaning women. Um, let's talk about canceling conservative-owned businesses and services. Did any of the following vote Republican or third party? Oh, third party. They're really pissed going after third party people. Or not at all. Your hairstylist, your therapist, the owner of a local coffee shop, Your
Your
mechanic.
mechanic. Yeah, let's see how that works out, buddy.
What mechanic? Your pastor. Dude, you know if your pastor voted Harris, they'll have a giant rainbow flag on the outside of the church. Your personal trainer. The owner of your favorite restaurant. Your contractor. Your doctors and dentists. The owner of your favorite thrift store, etc. I don't care how good they are at their craft.
If you
Stop
cancel
support.
your doctor, your dentist, and your mechanic, I feel like that does far more danger and damage to you than it does to them.
But what even is the plan here? Are they gonna show up to the doctor and ask, well, I may just be dying of cancer, but it's more important. Have you voted for Trump? Have you voted for third party?
Pass on that chemotherapy, sorry. Take that, Chud.
Take
Um,
that shit.
Listen,
I'm
my car
gonna
just
die.
broke down and I can't make it to work, but I must know, Mr. Mechanic. Did you vote for Trump?
I need to know if my doctor's an incel or not. Um,
As he makes like 8 times my income.
did he vote for Trump though? It's imperative. I need to know. My thrift store. Imagine just going up to random people, the random business owners in your town, just demanding to know who they voted for. Um, Stop supporting business people who provide goods and services that hate women. Don't forget Amazon Prime, dude. I'll add Home
So
Depot and Uline to the list. Oh, they're coming after the Ulines. Oh,
oh
well.
no. Anyways,
I mean, like this is like a. I think this is they're. I don't think they own Deer Tractor, but they own some sort of like farm equipment type of business. So let's see
was
who the
wasn't
Ulines
like
are. Shipping maybe.
I think doesn't Uline own Cabela,
I think they do.
the hunting store?
Hold on. Yeah, shipping and packing supplies, as well as other industrial supplies and bulk business goods. These people are like two. Well, they're billionaires and they're like Republican mega donors. Still didn't match the. These are our based right wing billionaires right here. See like warehouse equipment, janitorial supplies. Um, I mean, this is going to be
11
especially hard
billion.
to
Really
boycott. Like,
useless stuff is all Republican.
yeah, they just make a bunch of Republican stuff. Um, that's the thing though. They like other companies buy their stuff for like
Yeah.
packaging and things like that. So I don't know how effective that'll be. They've done their homework in trying to highlight the U lines, but we'll see how well this works.
Well, the issue is, right, that like the leftist stuff, they tend to go after the end of the line as far as stuff goes, where it's like the product itself is woke and shit, and they try to push that on the people. While conservatives actually they tend to have like their roots deep into the stuff, and it's like, yeah, we tend to have like the supply lines on lock, the stores on lock.
Bro, look at this. Not even the Stein voters are safe. Guy on a date told me he voted for Jill Stein, so I got up and walked off.
Damn, not
You know,
support that,
they're
buddy.
mad at like they're mad if you voted for Trump. They're mad if you didn't vote. They're mad if you voted third party.
At this point, they're mad if you vote for Kamala.
Like I can't wait for New York to have a pogrom because Jill Stein took away votes.
uh,
Like the left is going to reinvent racism.
Women joking about canceling your husband's vote. You deserve better.
And
I'm
it's gotta,
scared to
it's
have
gotta,
children if Trump is elected.
And there isn't a better timing than right now to have children.
it's gotta suck because like they poured all of their belief and hope into this, and only to fail. It's gotta stink so bad.
Someone's read through a thesaurus. Troglodytic crap. Um, it's time for divorce. Should we go for this one or psychological crisis?
The crisis one.
The crisis one.
Crisis.
Um, I legit think that a really large percentage of women are having some kind of psychological crisis. It's like some sort of Stockholm syndrome mixed with denial and psychosis among these conservative women. I think a certain percentage of them are like mentally snapping from seeing the cruelty. Say when was this? This is 3 hours ago. Wow. Cruelty, sadism, and then gaslighting that men are capable of, twisting their abuse and making women the humiliated villains. We've seen that the more we women voice our suffering at the hands of men, the more it backfires in our face. And we get shamed and embarrassed for speaking.
I mean, could
It's
you
an
be ashamed and embarrassed if the things you're saying are actually correct and viable?
yeah,
Like,
I know
if
that
they're
there's
still correct and
there's
viable, you shouldn't be embarrassed.
these people have to double and triple down because they have this ridiculous utopian worldview and they can't actually reflect critically and admit that they've been wrong, they've been going on witch hunts, they've been demonizing other people, they've been treating people poorly. This isn't about just asking for equality or asking to do the same things men can do or be treated a little bit better in society. This is about power and control over men, and demonizing men and hating men and extracting more resources from men, and it's blown up in their face. Um, anyway, it's an effective way to keep many silent and broken. Half the country is making jokes right now about beating women, and there's people walking around with banners that say women are property. And I'm looking through the comment section, and there's tons of women laughing and pretending like they're part of the joke. Yeah, about being beat. I genuinely don't think these women are mentally okay. What is the word for this? They have the same psychology of the mother who knows that her child is being molested by a family member, but denies it because she's too cowardly and weak to stand up to the real abuser and do anything about it. It's like they're in denial and gaslighting themselves because the reality is bleak as F. Do all conservative women have Stockholm syndrome, Chuds?
Obviously, obviously.
Let's
Yeah, I
go to
mean,
the
I
comments.
keep
Let's
15
see.
in my
Let's see more
basement.
results.
The comments? They don't believe anything bad will happen to them because they'd never put themselves in a bad situation like the other women. These women are the exception. They genuinely don't believe anything bad will happen or affect them because of moral superiority. Feeling so self righteous in their religion is a big
Actually, she's
culprit.
half right. She's half right because the thing is, those women are absolutely right to believe that.
Because
Most
they are.
women do put themselves in terrible fucking situations that they wouldn't have to be in if they weren't so fucking.
Yeah.
But it's still men's fault. For goddamn, I don't. They always blame men for everything. They gaslight everyone around them. We have this one at work who is a complete and total fuck up, right? And no matter what she does, no matter I think she got a bastard child, if I'm not mistaken, inside of her right now, and whose fault is it? Of course, her parents, because apparently, if you're, I think she, how old is she? 29. You aren't prepared for the world, or at least women aren't prepared for it.
She's
Yeah,
29.
like
She's not
notice that
prepared
the
for the world.
age that
Yeah,
women are mature has slowly gone up and up and up. It's like, oh, I'm mature at 18, but oh, if you're 40 and date a 20-year-old, so creepy. Well, I mean, while I do think it's weird,
she was
I mean,
17 years and, and 24 hours old. How dare you?
both grown enough to make their own decisions, but not grown enough to be held accountable for them.
No.
Some of the most disgusting people. Truly morally reprehensible. Now onto this. We could do a video series, an entire video series on this. Anyone else joining the
I
4B
think you can
movement?
probably make videos on this thread alone for the next 4 years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I will have to work overtime. I'm already backlogged so much. There's so many video ideas. There was I think the best idea I had for a video where it was an entire catalog of the "It's Not Happening, but It's Good That It Is" compilation. I haven't even gotten to that yet. Like, oh
You
man,
need
There is this
you
one
need to
they are
make
planning
election one.
they're planning on the trans subreddit to start. Oh no, sorry. They're talking about if the non-violent revolution has been enough to convince people.
A non-violent revolution.
No, no. If the non-violent revolution that apparently has been going on for I don't know since the dawn of mankind, considering trans rights or whatever, has been enough to convince them of the importance of their lives. Something among these lines.
And look at this emotional. Before I even get into this, I'm just seeing this phrase: emotional labor. Emotional labor. Look at all the emotional labor we do. Gosh, these women are insufferable. Anyone else joining the 4B movement? No sex, no children, no relationships, no emotional labor. Men deserve, at the minimum, basic human decency just as we do. But relationships, sex, children, and constant emotional labor? No. Let's opt out. Men who voted blue will always have a special place. What? Bro, in my heart at Vulva. But y'all are gonna have to provide some proof you voted for human rights before I get their homes. Why do they talk this way? This is so cringe. Um, man. And yes, if a
They
black
think
person
that
said this about white people, I'd be unbothered. Don't come at me with if a dot 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 said this. Edit. 4B in the States is vastly different from 4B in Korea. There's far more gender injustice there, and their rules are different from what the idea in the US would be. In the US, since there's a lot of open minded liberal men who genuinely support women's rights, the idea behind 4B isn't to cut men off completely from female empathy. The idea is to make dating, giving chances, and forgiving he's just a guy behavior obsolete. Make them live in constant paranoia of being disliked and worthless. They act the way we until they act the way we want them to, which is with empathy, LMAO, just like the world has programmed us to do. It blows my mind that liberal women have been dating conservative men this whole time. Dude, that's because as we saw, men heavily lean conservative because the left has nothing to offer, and these deranged harpies don't understand this. Um,
I
edit
think they
two.
believe that like men don't read the 2X chromosomes, or that like this is private in some way. Like this is not open for all of the world to see.
What do you mean specifically? That other people don't read 2X chromosomes?
Yeah, like do they think that like this is their private forum? Like this is the group chat where they can just be as unhinged as they want.
I mean, these
What is
people
called
move around
auto-generated
in
natives.
echo chambers. I bet they would. They probably don't even understand. Like liberals always get this shock whenever conservatives win. And they're like, I don't even know how many people could have supported this man that he's in office now. And then they sort of cope with the whole they have their electoral college as illegitimate cope. So like, yeah, but there's still more of us in this country, right? So they always have this perpetual sense that they're the sane, rational, normal people who are in the majority. How they can feel, cultivate their sense of persecuted victims. But then now, gloriously, gloriously, we won the popular vote. They can't hide from it anymore. And it's also because there are I can't even tell you guys. I've seen a lot of people. Uh, I was talking about this in the other stream the other night, or last night actually, about how there are all these people who unfollowed me on Instagram, and then I was going through different accounts that were posting like really woke. I can't believe Harris lost. Here's how to cope. Posts on their stories, and then all of these people still follow me, and I like openly endorse Trump, and I'm like these people who are posting this stuff, they're clearly like signaling it. They don't actually fully believe the words of what they're saying. Um, there's like a dissonance. Some people do believe it, and there are crazy people out there. Don't get me wrong, but then a lot of the people who are like signaling to others about it, may not even actually have the guts to actually so a lot of this may just be talk, which is kind of surprising to me. There's so many comments I can't possibly get to them all, but please continue the discussion. And one final time, this isn't a men are evil party for TERFs. Men are the way they are because the patriarchy affects them too. Um. Anyway, that was hilarious. On to another great post. Is anyone else having a panic attack right now? Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm so, so lost and disappointed watching the preliminary results come in. I'm confused. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I just don't understand how many people in my country have been brainwashed to the point of voting against their own interests. How the hell did we get here? Well, Chuds, how did it happen?
You push half the country over. You demonize all men, and make us criminals for doing nothing or criminals for what other people have done. And then you wonder why no one's on your side. Who could have guessed that this would be the outcome? Who could have foreseen this?
That democracy would be under threat.
Anyone with triple digit IQ.
I think you're giving it a little credit. I think anyone with even a slightly high double digit IQ could see this coming.
This
As
is
long as
this
you
is
aren't completely brainwashed.
this here is a result of thinking by people who have the IQ in like shoe sizes.
Well, the thing is, right? This is what happens when this is a campaign run off of love versus a campaign run off of fear, right? Trump's campaign was run off of a love for the country and a want to see it grow and be better. The Harris campaign was a campaign of hatred of this country and wanting it to change.
For the worse.
Yeah, most liberals would rather see America just go ahead and be destroyed rather than build it back up to its former glory.
Building their new fentanyl zombie homeless person wandering the streets.
Well, because they're of the belief that from the ashes they will somehow be standing on top, even though they
But
don't even have the strength to climb up in the world we have now.
I mean, they're just denying the
The idea is
existence of
that
the
like
fentanyl
once
zombies.
everything burns, like the Soviet Union will rise from the ashes. Like it will manifest itself, like the wind will blow and like the ashes will all pile into a Kremlin.
They need their clean needle facilities that will fix everything, and then we'll have our shining progressive utopia, just like Norway. There's so much of it. The shrieking is like, look at this, look at this. We have so many more posts to cover. This could go on literally forever. We did it, bros.